what's up, guys? Welcome back to Banger Broadcast. Today we're going to be narrowing down our top 10 rap duos. Michael?
Yeah, so this actually came kind of spontaneously for the concept after the last Future album came out. I was like, Drake and Future was such a prominent rap duo. Like, we should just rank our top couple rap duos of all time. The criteria is actually pretty loose. Maybe it's hard to follow. We'll find out. But we wanted to, at first we were like, oh, let's just do all rap duos, like including performing groups that are always together, because there's actually not that many that are that good. So the rest of the list that we'll cultivate is just like people who appear frequently in each other's songs. And when they do like collabs, it's just the best. We strayed away from like just one-off features, even if there's someone like really phenomenal. Like you could say like, oh, like Nicki's verse and Monster on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was a great verse, but like it's not like they feature all the time. So we just didn't want to do like any one-off. Like I feel like Rick Ross, for example, he features in everyone's song, and it's always heat. Anytime Rick Ross is on the mic, it's heat. So, but I don't think there's like a duo necessarily that he fits into. But anyway, so Eric made a list. I made a list of like 15-ish duos, and we hid them from each other. So at first we were just making our own list, and they're written here in white font, so we're gonna highlight it black and then see which one of ours we had in common, because like I said, we don't know, so we're just showing our cards right now. So we'll see and kind of talk through this firsthand to see what we agreed on. All right, so I'm just gonna, Eric, do you want to just read through your list?
Yeah, I'll read through my list. I have Kanye and Kid Cudi, Outkast, Run the Jewels, Clips, Lil Uzi Vert and Playboi Carti, Drake and Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar and J-Rock, Travis and Quavo, Drake and Future, Kanye and Jay-Z, Travis and Young Thug, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Frank Ocean and Tyler the Creator, and A$AP Rocky and Tyler the Creator.
So this is about right. Me and Eric were like, what if we have a bunch that are in common? Like, that just proves that they're phenomenal. So mine are more or less the same. I have Outkast, Clips, Run DMC, UGK, Jay-Z and Kanye, Pusha T, Drake and Future, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre and Eminem, Kanye, Kid Cudi. This one was weird. I said Drake, Nicki, and Lil Wayne. You could make any combo of this. It's a triangle. Drake and Lil Wayne, Drake and Nicki.
I didn't know we were allowed to have triangles.
Well, it just saved me a bullet point. It's all the same. Baby Keem and Kendrick is my underdog pick. I know there's only one album that really uses Kendrick all that much, but that's an underdog pick for sure.
I'd say, has potential to be a top 10 one. But
Tyler and A$AP, Travis and Quavo, Juicy J, Wiz Khalifa, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
You like Juicy J.
All right, so let's just take the ones that we agreed on, and we'll just start seeing how many. I feel like that's most of the spots. We might have to expand the list or already cut down. So Kanye and Kid Cudi.
Oh, I forgot. I had Kanye and Pusha T on here. I think I forgot to say that.
Where?
I think it got cut off, but
okay.
Just wanted to add that.
Okay, well then I'll add that. Kanye and Pusha T. Clips. I'll put Drake and Wayne as common ground.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I think they do more collaboration than like Nicki. Nicki's more of a feature on either track. But I mean, even like Seeing Green, where it's actually all three of them, like that's a heat freestyle. Who else? Did I say Lamar and J-Rock? No, I left that off, but I definitely had my eyes on them. Okay. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Anything else you see, Eric?
Travis and Quavo, but do you want to put that in the top 10?
I'm just listing them. We can edit this list.
Narrow it down.
Kanye and Jay-Z.
Yeah. We both have A$AP Rocky and Tyler the Creator.
Tyler and A$AP.
Then Drake and Future.
Drake and Future. I think that's it for the common ground, right?
Yeah. So to cover that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, episode over. That's 10. Just kidding. No. So
do you want to go over these again, Michael?
Yeah, we'll say the top 10 that we have right now, just from commonality. Like we both had these on our individual list without collaborating. Was Kanye and Kid Cudi, Outkast, Kanye and Pusha T, Clips, Drake and Lil Wayne, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Travis and Quavo, Kanye and Jay-Z, Tyler and ASAP, Drake and Future. So let's do this pragmatically. We'll have you pick out like 3 that are just untouchable. They're going to live here, and I'll do the same. And you can go one pick by one pick, so we make it even. Let's just pick out our top 6, and then we'll be flexible on the rest.
I'll go Kanye and Jay-Z for sure as a lock.
Outkast for me is definitely a lock. Are you just going to highlight it something? I'll do like blue. What the hell? I did text. I'm blue. You can be red.
Okay.
Next pick for you.
Let me see here. So, gotta go with Drake and Lil Wayne.
Or I'm going with Drake and Future.
All right.
Do the light red so I can still read it.
Okay.
And then your third.
Gotta go with Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Oof. This is actually really tough for me now.
Yeah, it gets tricky.
So I'm going to go with Kanye and Pusha T. I'll explain that, but I mean, off the bat, I mean, Outkast, I feel like there was no denying. Kanye, Jay-Z, Watch the Throne, Drake and Future, they had, you know, everything. Everything that was good from Future had Drake. I'm a notorious Future hater, and I think all of his best work included Drake in some regard. That's my thought. And they're both just so much more hype. And I love when Drake goes from like feels Drake or just like, you know, washed up hip hop Drake to anytime he's on a track with Future, it's just like the energy that I need from Drake. It's what I need at all times. I just think that's a top 10 duo of all time, because I mean that was even what sparked this episode in my eyes. I mean, Drake and Lil Wayne, I think that's a pretty obvious pick too. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Kanye and Pusha T, I said, or in my thought process, I mean, actually, I'll look it up. Songs with Kanye and Pusha T. Aside from the collab album of Good Music, Cruel Summer, I think anytime Pusha T had a verse on that album, I think of it as a Kanye album, regardless of all the features. I always think of it as like Kanye's album with other people like sharing the stage, and every single verse by Pusha T was the best part of the song. So, okay, these are songs with Ye and Pusha T. We got Diet Coke, Runaway, Tell the Vision, Mercy, Dreaming of the Past, Feel the Love, What Would Meek Do, Rock and Roll, If You Know, You Know, Nostalgia, So Appalled, Infrared.
Well, that list is including like songs that Ye produced for Push.
That's valid.
But yes,
Neck and Wrist.
Them as a like collaboration is one of the best.
New God Flow, Games We Play.
Dude, New God Flows. You and I both love that song.
I'm still listing the produced ones, but yeah, you get it. Like I feel like from both ends, it's just phenomenal. Drug Dealer Anonymous, that had Jay in it, but yeah. So I think that's a iconic pick on my end. So let's look at the rest. Kid Cudi, Kanye and Kid Cudi, with the whole album of Kids See
Kids See
Ghosts.
Ghosts, and I feel like that has to propel them. Like, I assume we're like basing this list somewhat modern, so we might have some like snubs.
Yeah, no,
But
for sure.
as far as like our lenses go, I feel like Kanye and Kid Cudi has to be on there.
It spans so far beyond Kids See Ghosts. That was a very even split, but even stuff like Father Stretch My Hands, All of the Lights, just like the small things he does, like when he kind of has that interlude part where he's like, "Get mine, baby." Yeah. So that is like anytime his voice is iconic in Kanye music. Welcome to Heartbreak.
Keep spinning.
Like
No,
that's so good.
like an over a decade-long like rap duo. They're pretty good.
I thought there was another one from 808s, but Moon, Yikes, The Morning. Oh my God, The Morning from that album. Like Kid had a lot of great verses on Good Music, Cruel Summer as well. Kristen Dior, Denim Flow. I know Eric likes that one.
Yep.
I mean, there's just a lot from the. I think I would put them. Yeah, I would solidify that.
Yep. Already.
I just think like again, it brings out kind of the best of both of them. So, Tyler and ASAP Rocky.
See, they don't have too many together now.
That's the thing. I think
it goes deeper than
they
their,
kind of
it goes,
lose a
it
little
goes
ground.
deeper than their music, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like just like them as like a duo. Like as a friendship duo above all else.
I'm definitely gonna pin this one. I don't know what your thoughts are. If you think
I agree.
solidified.
I don't know if they're bona fide top 10. So
I'm gonna put them on hold for now. But I also think it's just like there's a lot of collaboration in Odd Future. But the same reason I didn't put the Frank on my side, like it was just I just don't know if there's enough content.
Even with Frank Ocean and Tyler the Creator?
I wouldn't put Frank and Tyler on my top 10 of all time for all-time duos.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Just gauging your thoughts.
Yeah, so I'm going to look at clips as well. I think more than anything, establishing the sound of Pusha T was like their biggest contribution.
Yeah.
But this is going to be disrespectful because I don't even think they're like a top 10 of all time in terms of like the sound. They're iconic, don't get me wrong, but in terms of like the sound that they each bring to the table, it's not necessarily like anything absurd. That, again, even the reason Outkast is a clear favorite for this is like they between 3 Stacks and Big Boy, it's like they bring out the sounds of each other. It's like a foil, if you will. I think Clips is just like a group that's too similar, and I think a lot of the music was. I mean, I didn't grow up with it. I like grinding. I liked a lot from Lord Willin, but like, I mean, it's not a top 10 for me. I think I'm going to take it off, even though we both have it. Would you be okay with taking them off?
I think we're okay, but I have to ask, what are your thoughts on Run the Jewels? Have you listened to much of them?
I know like 2 songs. So, I mean, if there's anything that sticks out specifically, let me know. I didn't think of them as a top 10 of all time.
Okay.
And I mean, so for the same reason, we'll look at the other ones that I had. I had Run DMC because I feel like that was iconic. Run DMC is iconic, but beside their 2 hits, like what else could you honestly say you're a fan of?
Fair.
Right. They were very influential. Some would call them like the establishing group of New York sound. We'll get to that in the Rap Map New York, but like the establishing sound of New York, they were very influential for the time. But I mean, I just don't think I'm not going to put them in my top 10 of all time. Same thing with UGK, very establishing sound of Houston rap between Pimp C and Bun B. And I mean, like, phenomenal, great music, but I'm not going to put them in the top 10 of all time. I don't think. It was definitely just kind of like a honorable mention on my side.
Yep.
So what about Travis and Quavo? What's your thoughts on Travis and Quavo? Because I mean, Quavo Jack or Huncho Jack Huncho was a great album.
Yeah, I mean, it was great, but is it top 10 worthy?
This is where I feel like an asshole if I put them in the top 10 over like Clips and UGK.
Like,
But
I
it's more than
personally
just that
wouldn't.
album. So there was okay, first of all, I mean, Rerun on my diss side. What else? I forgot they were both. Were they both in Portland by Drake? I'm blanking on that. Pass Out, Give It to Him. I mean, so this was actually on Quavo Huncho. That's actually a very favorite album of mine for no reason. I don't know why. I like absolutely love it.
Didn't know you like Quavo that much, Mike.
I can't explain it. So when did it come out? It came out in that's what it was. It was October of 2018. It was still in like my high school days, and for some reason, I call it like an October music. It's like when summer is officially gone, and it's just like getting cold, getting dark earlier. And there's a very certain rap that comes with my October vibe. I could make a playlist just for October vibes. It's very weird, very like exclusive, but this song or this album is like solidified in my October music. Same with What a Time to Be Alive for no reason.
Well, that is like a very like, yeah, the album just feels kind of a bit colder and darker.
It seems cold. It's like, how do I explain it? There's winter time. It's so different.
Yeah, that's a winter time.
And then there's October rap. And I think oddly enough, I know Baby Keem's album came out earlier. I think it was September, but I also put it in my October rap vibe portfolio. Anyways, I'm getting off the
fits the bill,
off the train of thought here. But yeah, Quavo Huncho, love this album. Love this album. It was like I'd written Migos off at this point, and then when he dropped this solo album, I was like, oh my god, I love it. It's everything I wanted. But I forget. We got Travis Scott and
was Rerun the song you're thinking of?
Rerun, Pass Out. What else was it? Or was it just Rerun? No, there was something else. Huh. I forgot Kid Cudi was in Lost. But I still put them. I love their sound. Again, it's about like the sound of Quavo is brought up so much with Travis. And I think even Quavo's features in Travis music is phenomenal as well. I'm going to put them on hold though for a second. So right now, for the sake of this, we got our top 6 that we've solidified, and we got 2 on hold.
7.
Yeah, you're right. Top 7. So we have 3 more spots to fill. We had 2 on hold. I'm going to glance through your page. I don't think Travis and Young Thug is going to make it for me.
Okay.
So here's another tough look. Kendrick and J-Rock.
I feel like that deserves a shout just for like longevity alone.
I was going to say like, so we got King's Dead. I also don't know if these are ones that are
Wow Freestyle.
And the music video for Wow Freestyle, if my roommate David is listening, it's hilarious. They like have this part where they
it's an insanely cool music video.
Yeah, and like when Kendrick's on his verse, J-Rock is like moving in slow motion when J-Rock's in his verse, Kendrick. It's crazy.
It flips.
But so we got Vice City. I love Vice City. Fucking love Vice City. But you're right. I mean, you're kind of right. Swimming pools. Hood Gonna Love It. I'll put them in the honorable mentions for now. I don't know if we can solidify it yet.
Okay, what about Dre and Eminem?
You tell me. I mean, 2001, the album was phenomenal, but like, even what was the one? One sec. I'm gonna look it up. Eminem and Dr. Dre songs. Forgot about Dre. I Need a Doctor. Guilty Conscience. The one where it's like, do you know that song? What I'm talking about? It's like
I might
there's a
not.
narrator and he's like, Mike is 24 years old and he works at a factory. He goes home and it paints like this crime scene synopsis from like a narrator's voice, and then the whole song is about like Eminem's character is like going crazy and he's like the bad conscience, like, I'm gonna kill this guy. I caught him like cheating with my wife or something like that. And then like Dr. Dre's like the good side of the conscience, like, yo, think about it, Slim. It's like, is it really worth the 25 years behind bars? Like, I don't even remember what
Oh,
verses were,
dang.
but it was
No,
like
I've never
it was like
heard
a really
that.
cool combo. They do work well together. Crack a bottle. What's the difference? What's the difference between me and you? Still Dre. Bad guys always die. Hell breaks loose. They both featured in Shit Hits the Fan by Obi Trice. Say what you say. I'm trying to think if there's anything more iconic. Oh, Ain't Nothing But Music. What was the other one on that album by D12? I think they both were in it. Next Episode. Was Eminem in the club?
No, man. I think you're going a bit too far. I think these are also
Maybe it's
songs
just
that Dre
showing things that
produced.
they have production with, but
Yeah.
anyways.
No, but I'd honestly be willing to lock in Eminem and Dr. Dre right now into the
Eminem and
list.
Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I think that's worthy of a spot.
All right, I'll plug that in. Why can't I type? Just disable. Oh, this one's still. All right, so we got Eminem and Dr. Dre.
And what do you think about Jay-Z and Beyonce? That's an interesting one.
I put it on there because I mean, like, we're married. It had some significance. I don't know. You're right. They're not.
Well, I was implying that they might be.
What's up?
I was thinking that they might make the list.
So we got Crazy in Love,
Drunk in Love, Family Feud.
Oh yeah, Family Feud. There was a couple from Beyonce's what was it, her 2017 album, or was it 2015? I forget. Like Partition.
Yeah, not Lemonade, but the other one.
Tom Ford, Empire State of Mind.
Well, that's with Alicia Keys.
Is she not featured in that?
It's just Alicia Keys and Jay-Z.
Oh. Anyways, like I don't know if there was as much as I thought. You know, when I put it down, I'm like, I know they're in songs with each other, and it's kind of iconic because of the relationship of it. But you know, I don't know if they're a solidified top 10. Baby Keem and Kendrick. We can only pick one Kendrick, so if it's either Baby Keem or J-Rock, who do you think is the bigger foil to Kendrick? Because Kendrick doesn't.
J-Rock.
J-Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll delete my Baby Keem. I'm gonna delete the Nicki, Lil Wayne love triangle with Drake. I think we covered it with Drake and Lil Wayne. I don't think Nicki has a spot in the top 10 right now. I'm gonna cross out these other couple.
So you said we're putting in Kendrick and J-Rock?
You're right. I think that's one where they bring out the sound more than Baby Keem. Because when I thought about it, it was kind of like a floater of an idea to put that in my top couple. But Baby Keem and Kendrick, there are some parts where they bounce so well. like Family Ties. It's phenomenal.
They do. I just think off of only like two
Amazing,
songs
brother.
together.
Pop off only on occasion, brother. It's just like they work well, and I think the sample size might be a little small. That's the only reason. So if there's another album,
Question: would you still be making this argument if they weren't related?
No, but it's just
perhaps that proves my point.
Okay, fine. Then they're out. I don't think we need to highlight these colors anymore because we're all in agreement here. So you're right.
So what are we at?
I'll take them off. But J-Rock and Kendrick, and I think if there's ever more collaboration with Kendrick and Baby Keem, that could be,
of course, yeah.
That could be a contender. We'll adjust the list. So how many spots do we have left? We
have one spot left.
Just to go over it again, we got Kanye, Kid Cudi, Outkast, Kanye, Pusha T, Drake and Lil Wayne, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kanye, Jay-Z, Drake, Future, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick, and J-Rock. I don't know. I don't think, honestly, I'm going to be honest here. I don't think Playboy and Lil Uzi are going to make it, if you're okay with that, unless you really think they're...
I'm okay with that.
I think they're actually... Again, this is very weird. I kind of like some of their solo stuff better on their own. I like early Lil Uzi. I love Playboy on his own with like a couple key features. And Lil Uzi is a great feature to some Playboy and vice versa. But I don't think they necessarily have like any icon status or I don't think they need to be together. I'm not like craving another Playboy and Lil Uzi duo like I am with some of the other people on this list. Frank Ocean and Tyler, definitely not as prominent as ASAP and Tyler. So if it was between one or the other, I would say ASAP and Tyler for me.
But in terms of quality of music, you think?
What else does Frank Ocean have with Tyler?
She, 911, Lonely.
But that's also like ASAP's in that one too. That's what I was going to say. What'd you say?
ASAP's in which one?
911, Mr. Lonely.
No.
He's not?
He's in Who Dat Boy.
What else am I blanking on then?
Just look up their collaborations.
I'm gonna look up ASAP Rocky and I mean, well actually let me just filter through this first. We got Kendrick and J-Rock, and then it's basically this last spot is just a conversation between Tyler and ASAP, Frank Ocean and Tyler, Travis and Quavo.
And these are our nominees to see who's going to get this last spot.
For the 10th spot. So I mean, let's put it.
So let's eliminate one together.
Do you think the Tyler combos are going to trump your decision more than Travis and Quavo?
I'll let you get rid of one of them, but that's your choice.
I'm going to say I like the Travis or the ASAP and Tyler combo better than the Frank Ocean and Tyler. I'm going to say why. I think Frank Ocean is, again, you could throw him on literally any song anywhere, and it's just like, oh, shit, it's Frank Ocean. It sounds so much better now because Frank Ocean's on it. He's phenomenal no matter what he's on. I don't necessarily think that makes him – I think he's the best – one of the better solo artists ever. I think he's one of the guys who can be perfect on his own. Him and Kendrick Lamar are two of the people I know who just, like, don't feature that much, and I love every second of every word that they say without help. And what was I about to say? I had to follow up. Like even on Astro World, like he just came in for the chorus of Carousel, and I'm like, oh, it's Frank Ocean, and he's on a Travis album, and it's just like he's good no matter what. But I don't think he's the duo status we're looking for. I would say it's between Tyler and ASAP or Travis and Quavo. So it's basically between a couple songs from Flower Boy and a couple collaborations just being involved in like Odd Future and the stuff they did together. First, Huncho Jack Huncho, and a couple key features from Quavo's solo music. I'll leave the pick to you because I could go either way.
I think if we're going by like terms of product they have together, I'll probably go with Travis and Quavo because they just have more like songs together. They have a whole album together.
You know,
they just give you more stuff. So I gotta say that does make them the better.
And again,
duo.
like I said, I think they kind of bring out the sound of each other. I think it's actually weird. Sometimes when artists with different sounds get together, like I would consider like Frank Ocean on a Travis Scott album very odd, but it just like sounds cool.
But it
and
works.
Travis Tyler and ASAP just have such different styles that when they get together, it's kind of like cool. I think ASAP definitely is different. So, anyways, what did we just say? Travis Scott and Quavo. All right, this is
we have our list. Top 10.
We got top 10. We'll read it off again. Kanye and Kid Cudi, Outkast, Kanye, Pusha T, Drake and Lil Wayne, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Kanye and Jay-Z, Drake and Future, Eminem and Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar and J-Rock, Travis Scott and Quavo. Just for an added flair at the end here, we're going to go ahead and pick out our top 3 from this list. Well, this can be a separate pick. Like you can pick your top 3, and then I'll list my top 3 as well.
Okay.
A second to think, and again, I'm going for like, quite honestly, I'm going for the sound that I like better. 2 human beings as artists who sound better together, who I get excited for when they're together, who I want to make more music together, not necessarily just going off like the prolific nature of any one combo, not just going by like the iconic status of any one combo. It's the music that I prefer for my top 3. And I will say unadulteratedly that Outkast is still a pick in my top 3. I'm going to go with it. Yeah, they're dominant. They have some of the best music ever, let alone like on duo status or anything like that. And I think that's a shoe-in pick for me.
Yeah, same for me. Outkast makes my top 3, and I also have Kids See Ghosts also making my top 3. That's just personal preference. Thoughts?
Yeah, they're right on the border for me.
Okay, what's your second?
So I'll say, I'm gonna get some heat. Drake and Future.
No.
What do you want from me, man? It's true.
All right.
It's true. Every word Future has ever said into a microphone, the 1,000 best words he's ever said into a microphone can be found on a song with Drake.
He's
the 1,000 best words Drake has ever said in a
microphone.
This might not be as true. I take this back. I think there's more Drake content, but some of the best songs, some of my favorite songs with hyphy mode Drake, it's all with Future.
I agree. They're a great duo, and I'm actually not going to give you any hate. I think that's a good choice.
Thank you.
Respect it.
Then third pick for you.
I'm going to go with Kanye and Jay-Z. I know I listed Kanye twice, but I mean, Watch the Throne.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I've distinctly not gone with Kanye and Jay-Z. Again, I love their music together. They're some of the best collaborators, and I think the whole Big Brother dynamic, great music, phenomenal songs, great content. But I think sometimes it's not the sound I crave. I'm between a couple here. Kanye, Kid Cudi, Kanye, Pusha T. I'm going to cross off Drake and Lil Wayne. I think they're very iconic, but I could live without it if I never heard another song with both of them together. I'm going to go without Dre and Snoop Dogg. I don't care what hate that ensues, but I think for me, it's between the Kanye's duos of Kid Cudi or Pusha T. I think Kid Cudi is, like we said, he's phenomenal. He's on a lot of Kanye songs, even just for an ad lib, just for an outro, just for his humming. Yeah, quite literally. The Kid Cudi hum on a Kanye song could be the best part of a given Kanye song.
Something that I guess I knew it subconsciously, but didn't materialize it in my brain. At the end of Waves, it has Kid Cudi, and I always knew that part was there, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Kid Cudi. But then I was
literally just
thinking about it, and I'm like, that's Kid Cudi. Yeah.
I wonder what their sessions in the booth are like. If
Kanye's just humming to the mic for 10 seconds,
every note for an hour, and then I'll just chop it up into whatever I need it.
Yeah.
Even I was gonna say some of the most iconic hums or the iconic sounds of music. I bet if I played you the humming of Kid Cudi from any song, you could guess what song it was, right? Even without the beat in the background.
Reborn,
Try to guess this one.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Right. You don't need any context to it. So shit. I'm gonna go Kid Cudi, Kanye and Kid Cudi. We're gonna have that one in common. That and Outkast. I'm gonna give another shout to Pusha T though, because I agree. I think. Oh, I'm sad. If I could pick four,
Shout
I'd
out
put Pusha T. But Ye and Pusha T, because it brings out the killer in Kanye. It almost somehow it almost like I can't explain it. Pusha T on his own. That's how I'll say it. Pusha T on his own. You listen to everything, and I'm like, I definitely don't disagree. This guy has probably killed a man in a very brutal fashion. Like he just sounds like
killed a man and just shipped bricks of that white powder on the daily basis.
He sounds like a guy I'd be afraid of. And then when Kanye comes on, even when Kanye is trying to sound his most threatening, his most like vulgar and just dangerous, Push comes on the track and it just makes Kanye sound like safe.
Because his delivery, like his like harshness, that
Kanye can say anything. I feel like all of Kanye disses is just talking about like, I don't even know, like hating some music A&R man that he worked with, and then
or just like, some rant about somebody.
Steal my brick, I'll steal your life. Chop up the kids and steal the wife. Like it'll just say like something crazy, and it's just like no context. Like, all right, that's my picks. I think that's about it. I think what I've learned more than anything is me and Eric have pretty similar tastes in top duos, aside from like literally just my pick of Drake and Future and his pick of Kanye and Jay-Z. But even the top 10 list that we made completely blind from the other, pretty spot on. But that's all I got. Any closing remarks, Eric?
No, I mean, we pretty much expected to have similar ones, but that's kind of cool that we both had like two of the same top 3 rap duos.
I agree.
That was pretty cool.
I like duos in general.
Who doesn't love a good duo?
I think, and like I said, not just a feature. This is very different from a feature. We could do a top 10 features of all time, and that would be a completely.
That would be fun.
That would be a completely different list. I don't even know if we would see these duo guys pop up on our top 10 features, because I feel like a feature is so much more exclusive and special, and it's like, oh wow, they were never on a song with this person, and it just made it all the better. But all right, that's about it. The only other update I have is exciting news. Next time we record, we will most likely be in the same city, so we'll probably get to have like some, common ground format where we're on the same mic, same camera. So if you're on YouTube, look out for that. If you're on Spotify, I don't know if the experience
should definitely make the podcast a better listen with us together.
Yeah,
hopefully. Like awkwardness through the air.
Yeah, I guess so. No Zoom scratch, no anything. So
exactly.
That's about it. All right, thank you guys for listening, and stay posted.
Peace out. Thanks for listening.